Hey guys, what's going on? It's Herban with a new episode of Dwarf Fortress. Just a heads up, I'm going to be running the show a lot differently from now on. I've been trying to kind of edit out some of the dull bits of the episodes, and there are a lot of dull bits lately. I find there's not a lot happening in the episodes, and I think I found the cause for that. It's actually that our frame rate is running at 17, 18, 19 to 20 frames a second while recording. Now, what that means is the game's just running really slowly while I'm recording for some reason. I've tried everything. I've been going through Dwarf Fortress hack, trying to boost that frames per second up a lot. No such luck yet. I've even gone so far as to cheat a little bit and actually just mass dump some of the garbage that's been laying around and plaguing the fortress. We were going to make the Atom Smasher to do that, and we ran into some issues with it, so I just went ahead and just started deleting trash, like in mass. Obviously not all of it. You can still see we have a lot of trash on the lawn and things that I haven't gotten rid of yet. But all our garbage dump stuff, a lot of the stuff down in the river here, which also, the stuff down in the river, speaking of the river, it's completely like cleared out and just mud now. Pretty cool stuff. But yeah, so what I'm going to be doing now is actually playing this game. Like I'm loving playing Dwarf Fortress a lot. I'm going to continue to actually play this map. And when something happens, I'll record. So I'm going to start recording. Obviously, like if a battle comes up, or like a monster attacks, or if I'm going to be working on a big project, like, I started on a big wall, started building something, started some plans for something, have some ideas for something, like a fortress update. So we're still going to see, some of the stuff that's going on, not necessarily battles, not the most exciting things, but hey, we're working on this wall, for example. You can see, our wall project is actually coming along. We've got some fortifications carved on the top of it. You can now see where the dwarves are going to be climbing up and standing with their crossbows at the ready to fire out at enemies on the western wall. Why did I have to think about the western wall? So you can see that. You can see that we're working on our gatehouse in the bottom southeastern corner of the map. We're going to have a little iron door here facing outwards, and we're also going to create a little drawbridge on the second floor, which is yet to be built. But once it's done, I want to put a second floor here on this up here, and have a little drawbridge that reaches out across onto the ground platform over here onto the dirt, so that we can have our dwarves walk across on a drawbridge. The reason for the drawbridge is that that's something that I'm more likely to remember to close off during a siege, rather than having to make sure that a door has properly been sealed, which I'll quite honestly forget. I've been slaughtering the Cavi pups as much as possible, trying to get rid of their ranks. It's taken some time, but I think that might be a small frame issue as well. We have a lot of these things, and they do absolutely nothing. They are pure garbage. I have no need for them, so we're just going to start slaughtering them. Still working on our steel production. As you can see, we've got a lot of these smelters are actually being manned at this point. Some of them aren't, because there aren't enough dwarves to man them right now, but it's something that's being worked on. We're going to be trying to do ash production, and then we're going to turn the ash into potash, and we're going to try to fertilize some of these fields to get more crops going and more seeds and all that good stuff. So that should be exciting. And these farms are going to be a big difference. This is going to be like a big production center. This is where we're going to really start seeing some things growing. Might make a couple little farms topside. Not 100% sure on what I'm going to be doing with that yet, but I'd like to make a couple farms on the top, but not sure that we're quite ready for that yet. We still have a big mess up here. We've got all these little shrubs and crap that we'd have to clear out of here, and we're not there yet. But yeah, everything, I'm really happy with the progress of the fortress. I'm actually really excited for the new format, because I think we've had a lot of episodes, especially lately. Like I said, not a lot's happening, and the reason not a lot's happening is because our frame rate is so slow while recording that nothing is getting done. I mean, we're working at 18 frames a second. These guys are crawling down highways. So say this guy here in the pink, we're waiting on him to go build a piece of wall. It's going to take him an hour and a half. Well, not quite an hour and a half, but it's going to take him a while at that frame rate to make it all the way to this wall. And then to go pick up a stone and then walk to the wall even slower, even slower. So we're going to hopefully have, going forward, shorter episodes, with more content and a lot more being skipped. A lot of this dull stuff is going to be skipped. Again, if a battle comes up, if a beast attacks, if something cool pops up, we'll take a look at it. If we have like a bunch of artifacts come in, if we have something cool made, if we're working on projects, we're going to take a look at it. This is going to, like I said, it's going to be more of a Fortress update style episode. Where we're going to be looking at things that are going on, the daily life of the fortress, what projects we're working on, who's doing what, if we've lost anybody, and then again, like any kind of battles or anything, we'll have that in full. I'll always be here to do, I'm always going to pop up and, record a battle in full, because I mean, that's so cool. Or like a big beast or something attacking us. Obviously, I'm going to record that again in full, because that's something that, we can't miss out on that stuff. Even with a lower frame rate, those are exciting episodes. But, just less of the time-lapse stuff, less of the watching people haul rocks over to the wall, less of the episodes where you watch 20-minute episode and what really happened is, a small portion of the wall got built, or we dug a tunnel, or something like that. We're just going to have, like I said, I'm hoping to have a lot more content. A lot more should be going on in each and every episode. And any kind of building projects, like we're going to keep working on these walls. We're going to always be working on defenses, I think. I'm pretty sure defenses are something that we're not going to be ever able to stop working on, because there's so many that have to be built. They take so long to do. We're constantly struggling with the idler rate, trying to keep a decent amount of people idling doing nothing so that we can have people to actually work on these walls. But yeah, like these are things that we're not going to stop work on. We're going to have this tower built. We're going to build towers. We're going to still try to do the mega project tower down here, which was suggested by Ryukan. We're still going to do all these things, but I'm just going to kind of show more before and after, or in the middle of the project, kind of what's going on. So we're going to be jumping into different scenes at different times now. And again, that's just going to be more content and less time. Yeah, so we're actually able to skip forward a lot further now and make a lot more progress. You can see the progress on the wall is actually coming along now. They're actually building things. We're at 22 frames right now, a little bit better than before. I deleted close to 2,000 junk items so far. Going through everything, making sure that we want to get rid of it. Individual item by item, it's tedious to say the least. But actually, I'm going to dig out a farm out front as well, I've decided. Now, that's a little bit strange, I understand, of a place to build a farm, but I thought it might be easier just to channel downwards a little tiny bit rather than to completely clear out something, and then we can come down here and we can just farm some more stuff, and that's going to be exposed outside. So I think we should be able to actually farm different things on this level, rather than things that we're limited to on this level, but I'm not entirely sure yet. We'll have to actually give that a go and just see how that ends up playing out for us, because it could backfire and it could be completely useless, but hopefully not. We'll test it with that one. Our other farm, actually, we have people, well, dwarves rather, we have dwarves actually planting things in our new farm. That's always good to see. It's always so nice to see things getting done like that. We've got a new stonemason shop here that's going to work on a couple coffins for us, because we do have quite a lot of dead to bury. So we're going to have somebody here working on rock coffins, and we'll get those dead buried up. And I'm just going to get rid of the old mason's workshop that's sitting out here. It's cluttered. It's slated for removal, and then I'm going to go through everything inside it, and once it's gone, all the junk in there, for some reason I can't see it, maybe because it's slated for removal, but I'd like to get rid of all the junk that's sitting inside there as well. Every time I get rid of a big batch of things, I seem to get, a couple frames better frame rate, so we'll take a look at that when that time comes. People are still working on our steel production. It's actually coming along really quickly. We've got a lot of steel being pumped out, and the new coffins are actually going to go into the new crypts down below, right here. So that's going to be something to keep an eye out, the new body dump area. Let's just put a door in. Let's place a door. What do we got? Willow door. Why not? And library's good. New bedrooms are coming along. And yeah, these farms, let's try these out, see how these work out. Worst case, we just fill them in and forget that ever happened. Just make sure that we smooth it out properly. And then we'll have to take a look once we can actually do something with that. Maybe we can plant different goodies there. Otherwise we have to build on this level and actually clear an area out. And that's going to be a big pain in the ass. Yeah, that's about it so far. Wow, that wall is even done now. So I'm going to actually set up more construction jobs all along the perimeter. Just make sure that we get, you know, limestone, limestone, limestone. Up top, we've actually got our fortifications started, which is cool. You can see the fortifications coming along here. So that's good. Yeah, and I'll be back with more. We've actually got our little guard tower started. That's going to be really cool to see more of that built. Just need a... Let's add in a little stairway going down here. Downward stairway, if I can. There we go. Up top, we'll just make that out of almond wood. And then we'll make a little platform for the dwarves to sit on up here, as well as some little crinoline and shootout spots, and then a little drawbridge. And then we might build another layer up here. Actually, you know what? We'll build the drawbridge here, and then we'll build another layer a little bit higher for them to shoot from, up in the tree line a little bit. So that'll be, you know, that'll be something. That'll be our first tower, first completed tower. Courtyard's coming along really nice. I'm really happy with it. It's starting to look super awesome, and I'm really thrilled with it. And I'm really excited to keep going with this new format. What do you guys think? Is this working out a little bit better for your tastes? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm going to call it here for this episode, guys. Thank you guys so much for staying tuned, and I hope to see you guys going forward.